It's 7:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. An investigation is underway after a man died in a tragic boat accident on Lake Macquarie. Joanne Elliott from Police Headquarters says the accident happened just before 10 yesterday morning.
Well, a 45-year-old Edgeworth man was navigating into the southern entrance of Swan Bay when he's fallen from that vessel. Now, while he was in the water, he was hit by that same vessel and sustained serious injuries. Fortunately, witnesses in boats nearby assisted him, took him to Pelican, about 5 kilometres south of Belmont. However, he's died on arrival.
Police are treating an early morning fire at East Maitland as suspicious. Around 20 firefighters were called to the East Maitland Power Tools outlet on Garnett Road just before 4 o'clock. It's taken them about an hour and a half to extinguish the flames, which caused fire damage to around 20% of the tilt slab industrial building. Police say it appears the fire started in a bin outside the building before spreading inside. A bushfire which came close to homes at Pelham yesterday is being controlled. The fire has burned through more than 280 hectares, with crews working through the night on backburning operations. Nicole Sanders from the Rural Fire Service says at one stage there was some concern for Kurri Kurri Hospital.
That's right, yes. It was burning in the vicinity. However, crews have managed to contain that from the hospital area.
At the height of the fire, up to 60 homes near Leggett's Drive were under threat. RFS Incident Controller John Ryan says a massive effort has prevented the fire from causing any property damage.
We're looking probably personnel-wise around about 70 to 80 personnel, possibly around about 30 to 40 trucks, along with ancillary gear and a whole range of support vehicles.
Hunter Surf Life Saving says Port Stephens Beach was closed only minutes before a teenager was struck and killed by lightning. 15-year-old Jaden Morrissey was struck in the abdomen after spending the day surfing with friends at 1 Mile Beach near Anna Bay on Saturday afternoon. He went into cardiac arrest and couldn't be revived. Police say Jaden was 20 metres out of the water at the time when a freak storm struck without warning, catching up to 100 people on the beach unawares. Residents across the Hunter are being encouraged to be alert for asbestos and home renovation projects following the launch of this month's asbestos awareness campaign. With the ageing of homes and popularity of DIY, renovating and knockdown rebuild, workers and residents working in or around homes built before 1987 are being reminded to be aware of where asbestos might be and how to manage it safely. Organisation Development Manager for Port Stephens Council, Michelle Gilliver-Smith, says people should get expert advice before starting work.
The most important thing to remember is that just by looking at something you can't tell necessarily that it contains asbestos. And so if you're going to be doing any renovation in your home, you need to have that checked out and just be careful.
Now with sport, Belinda Delaceres.
Newcastle wheelchair racer Kurt Fernley has received a rap after claiming his first New York Marathon win in 5 years. It's been a case of dual Hunter success in this year's race, with Merewether's Christy Dawes finishing 4th in the women's event. The Newcastle Jets are reeling following Saturday's heartbreaking 2-1 loss to Perth. Striker Geronimo Newman scored Newcastle's only goal in the 74th minute, but it wasn't enough to rein in the glory, substitute Jamie McLaren finding the back of the net twice in the next 5 minutes to deliver Perth the win. Jets coach Phil Stubbins says the team needs to get the small things right.
We just shot ourselves in the foot. I think that's pretty much the difference in the A-League. There's very small margins, but credit to Perth and the resolve of the team there. They did a good job and got the result.
And it's hoped Knights star Sione Matautia can retain his position in the Kangaroos Four Nations squad to clash with Samoa on Sunday after injuring his calf in yesterday's 16-12 win over England. That's sport. I'm Belinda De Las Heras.
2 in your RFM News Time coming up to 26 to 8.